everybody, and welcome back to Musings by Nikki. I'm Nikki, and I'm here today with a very long time coming, long overdue design team project for Tracie Fox. So as I was moving and everything recently, I wasn't able to do any design team stuff for her. But once I got my studio unpacked, I started printing out all of the fabulous kits that she had put out while I was in transition, and I have now kind of compiled them and some of my bits and pieces favorites from other kits of hers into these 4 writing journals. And I've got my big cheat sheet here of all the kits that I've used. So I'll put it all down in the description box. I'll put a list of the main things that I've used. What I did was, when I was pulling their single signatures. So what I did is, as I was pulling pages out and things to put these together, I would just print out, I'd go into each one of my, Tracie Fox files and kind of looked and printed out a few pages from each of the kits that kind of played well together. So many of the things go well together, and I wanted kind of an eclectic mix of kind of neutrally toned writing journals is really what I was going for. So I've used pages, just some of the pages from Compendium, Fragmentology, Oddments, and Silhouette. And then I've used ephemera from most of the main part of the ephemera is from Construction Cards and FABrication. But then also, just as I was doing this, she put out her kit, the field notes, tags, layered tags, field notes, I think is what it's called. And that found its way in here too, because I was in the middle of making these and all of a sudden I saw that and I was like, that totally goes in here. So that's in here, as well as well as a page from ephemera folders, some of the mini ephemera mix, some of the tin toppers. So yeah. And then a bunch of her tags and stuff, because I have just little tins full of random number tags, which find their way into everything because they're so awesome. So I am going to, these are all essentially the same. As I was making them, I made like 4 of the same of everything. So I'm not going to bore you by flipping through all 4 of these. The pages might be slightly different, but the elements are all basically the same. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you the front, and then I'm going to identify them by the charms, and then I'll just flip through one of them. So all of them are single signature journals. Like I said, they, a single signature. Oh my gosh. Can you tell it's been a while since I've done a flip through? I just feel so awkward filming these last few times. Okay, so single signature. Oh, they all have a book plate on the front, and those are the thing that didn't come from Tracie. Those are from Books by Jessa, and it's just a kit of different book plates. And so instead of putting them on the inside, I put them on the outside. It's the covers are a double thickness of Tim Holtz paper. And then they're all tied with some sari silk. And Lizzie, my daughter, actually chose this. I was waffling on if I should put neutral colored on or a pop of color, and she's decided a pop of color, and I quite agree. So each one of them has a phrase, like one of the Tim Holtz phrase charms here. And then this one says, I want to be improbable and afraid of nothing, as if I had wings. And then they all have a dangle with a charm. And this one is like a little bow and arrow. So this is going to be the bow and arrow book. This one says, live for the moments you cannot put into words. And it has a little purse. So that'll be the purse charm book. This one has some birds on its book plate. And it says, she dreams of faraway places and daring adventures. And it has a like captain's wheel, boat wheel on there. And then the last one, and we'll just look through this one since it's the last one I have in my hands, says, your past does not determine who you are. Your past prepares you for who you are to become. And it has an airplane charm on it. So let's push these back a little ways so they're not in my way. And then we'll open this one up. The sari silk is not attached. It's just tying it shut. And then it has a fabric reinforced spine. And like I said, it's double thickness of Tim Holtz, and it's been sewn around the edges, all the way around the edges. And then this fabric has been sewn on as well. And here's the book page, or the book plate, and that's been sewn around and backed with some muslin. And I love the feel of Tim Holtz paper. So I have no idea how many pages are in these, so you can count along with me if you're interested. Otherwise, they'll be in the Etsy listings. So on the inside, in each one of them, there's a little library pocket, and there's a Tracie Fox tag. So it's got the little dangle. And these all came from this. So this is the Field Notes one. And I've just decorated them up with various bits and pieces. And these are from the local library when they were retiring books. So then, like I said, I've just printed out pages from some of her various kits. So this is from one of her kits. And I printed those out on parchment. And I didn't realize that when I was printing, I wasn't printing borderless, but that's okay because I like that it's smaller because there's a variety of pages in here. There's some laced coffee stain paper in each one, and then there's lace on the edges of a bunch of pages, as you can kind of see here. Here's the plain charm on this page. Then there are some book pages in here. This is from a vintage encyclopedia. Here's a tag that I have made out of a vintage encyclopedia page. And some of her, these are her definition labels from Nature. There are several of those in here as well. This is from Silhouette. This is from a Life magazine from 1927. Pretty cool. Then here, I was going to film this and then just ran out of time. But this actually wraps around the page. So it's, whoops, excuse me, it's a hinged tag thing. So this came from her Field Notes layered tags. And then on the inside, they have tin toppers as pockets. And this one has a little pad of paper in it, so different papers. And that slides back in there. And then these, these little cards are from the notebooks. There's like a plants notebook and a entomology notebook, if I'm right. And then these are some pieces from like mini ephemera or from the tags. And that's from mini ephemera as well, I believe. And then I just had to cut these down just slightly to get them to fit on the tag, but it actually works really well. So that just hugs the edge of this page, and it is held on by this paper clip with a little bit of silk on the top. Then there is one of these wonderful bags in each. These came in Happy Mail, and then these I made from the leftover Tim Holtz cutoffs. So I just made some tags to go in. Some vintage music paper. This, I believe, is from Fragmentology, maybe. Then each one has this little flip pocket here, and it has in the back one of the large tags from Tag Fabrication, then a medium-sized tag in this pocket, and the pocket's made out of construction cards. And then in the front, there is a construction card, and they've just all been collaged and sewn in. Then this I got in Happy Mail. That's a little book of Charles Lamb's essays. This came in Happy Mail too. Wow, using up some Happy Mail. This came from Emily, and it's like vintage planner paper. Then here's another pocket, and this is one of the construction cards, and then this is just like a index card, recipe card thing. And those go in there. Then this is just sewn pockets, and it has an Edith Holden postcard in there. You could put whatever you wanted in there. Little flap from an envelope. This is some great paper that I'm really sad I'm almost out of, but it's this awesome graph paper, but it's really old, and it's just got great hand feel. This is from a vintage book of poems. I believe it's maybe American poets or something. This is from Silhouette. These are these cool My Top 10 lists. So they're in there. In this lace pocket, each one of them has one of these window envelope pockets here that's been collaged up, and it just has a tag inside of here. That goes in there. Another My Top 10 flip out. A tiny little bag with just a little tag in there. More of the poets. Here's a safety pin that I've just put some beads on and hooked onto the edge of the page there. Onto the lace. This is the other side of the envelope. It's a pocket. I didn't put anything in there because I didn't want this to get too chunky before you got a hold of it. So that's just a place you could put something in. This pocket just has another one of those tags that I made from the Tim Holtz cutoffs. This is a flip here with this one has a lovely wedding couple, but each of them has a different one of the Tim Holtz people on there. And then it has in it just a sewn around journaling card that I made. This is from Oddments, I believe. I love that kit, by the way. Here, I did a tutorial on these, my storytelling. My last two videos was storytelling with these, so I won't take it all apart for you now, but it's got the big collage tag in back, a smaller one here, and then the little tiny one in this one. If you're interested in seeing this element, you can go back to those videos. I believe this one's from Fragmentology, maybe. Here's the other side of that long skinny bag. And then this I made from the ephemera folders, and it was meant to be printed out and made together into a big booklet. But I just cut them apart and made it into a small little flippy folder here. And in it, it's got some pieces from her cards, playing cards. It's got some of her little tags. It's got, let's see, this is a cigarette card or a tea card. This is, I got these in Happy Mail too. This is an original vintage ticket. Anyway, so those go in here. And like I said, it's got some of the random numbers and some of her tickets. I've used her tickets in my collaging as well. Another one of Tracie's Brilliant Kits. This is just another Tim Holtz cutoff. More of that Life magazine. This is from her tickets kit as well. It's an envelope that I've collaged up using a bunch of the pieces. And it flips open. It has nothing in it either, so it's just a place for you to store stuff. That's from Silhouette. More of that vintage encyclopedia and some of the lace-dyed paper. And there's my maker's mark and the back of the book. So if you were counting along with me, I don't know how many pages that is, but it's a decent amount of pages. And my goal was to just kind of put together something that would be fairly neutral and allow you to put your mark on it as you journaled in it. It's definitely a writing journal. There's lots of spaces to write. I tried not to over embellish, and they would also work good as like Christmas gifts or something. Anyway, there are 4 of them going in my shop. They should be in my shop at the time of this video. And oh, there we go. I'm like all out of frame. There we go. So there should be in when the video goes up, they'll be in there. So thanks for stopping by to hang out and look at these books with me. And thanks to everybody that sent me the happy mail and stuff that's in here. I appreciate it. And I will be back soon with, I've got a couple videos stacked up, things ready to film. So here in America, today is Wednesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving when I'm filming this. So I'm not sure if this will get out today yet or not, depending on how much time I have to edit and everything, because I've got to go bake pies and prep turkeys and get appetizers ready to make cheese balls and all the things, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving and it's a, you know, big meal, big deal. So, and I'm doing a bunch of cooking for it. So I've got that to do, but I'll try to get this edited and put up. So to all of my American friends, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoy it, even though we are, most of us, in some sort of crazy various forms of lockdown. The holidays look a lot different this year, but I hope that you all are able to at least be around some family and have some of our standard tradition, whatever it is that it looks like for your family. And to the rest of you all, no matter what side of this wonderful planet of ours that you live on, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will see you guys all again very soon. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and God bless. Bye, guys.